I do not know why this happens. It seems like every time I get into one of these, something else happens and my audio backs out on me. Sorry about that. We have audio now. We have audio. Hello, everyone. Good evening. Welcome to another Pull of Proof. This is Proof Pull number 9. Lincoln Cents this time around. We have 175 spots to fill this time around. And I'm going to get rid of my keyboard because I don't need it during this show. Hello to everyone in the audience. I have these 4 bonus spots. And the 4 bonus spots are going to be drawn once I draw them after. When I draw a bonus, I'll draw a name. If I draw a name after a bonus, you get 2 coins. If I draw another bonus after a bonus and then your name, you get 3 coins. That's kind of how it works. Each bonus counts as a free coin. There's also going to be 2 $10 gift certificates to Copper Coins Auctions or LincolnCent.com, whichever you choose. In the bag, I'll pull the $10. Then we pull out your name, and you become the winner of that $10. The grand prize winner this time around will get a $20 certificate, which is good at Copper Coins Auctions, Reveals, or on LincolnCent.com. And that's going to be to the very first chip pulled. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop this chip inside the bag, then I'm going to pull one name out. And one name. There is my name. It's in my hand, and I'm going to put it inside there, and nobody, including myself, knows who this is. It will be the very last chip revealed at the end of the evening. Now I'm going to put my bonus chips and my $10 certificate chips into the bag. Mix those in real well. Sorry, we didn't have sound at first. It is. Technology is a lot of fun. And this is how the game is played. We go in, we draw a chip. That chip is for Penny Hoarder. Penny Hoarder's chip gets this coin. First coin in the box, a 2002 proof, 2002 proof cent. Let me focus this up just a little bit. Make it easier for me to hold these in focus. There we go. 2002 for Penny Hoarder. And that is how it's done. Let me grab another one of these inserts here. Push it in place up there so that we've got enough squishy in between everything else. Next one in, Mr. Fletcher. Mr. Fletcher will get, here, let me do this. There we go. Mr. Fletcher will get the next coin in the box, which is a 1961 proof. 1961. The plastic on that holder is just a little bit scratched up, not the coin. Coin's actually in really nice condition. So let's move on to the next one. Next one up will be Taco John. Taco John, I replaced your labels. I just haven't put them on your chips yet. I printed a new set of 10 labels for you, so you're going to have brand new labels upcoming. Here's a 1963 proof for Taco John. Hello, Kelly Ray. Good evening. Now for the next one up. The next one up is going to be Mr. Fletcher again. Mr. Fletcher gets a 1973 S proof. Now, something you might want to look at is I just listed a number of new 1973 proof repunch mint marks on coppercoins.com, and these have not been checked for those repunch mint marks. Here we go. Coming up now, Doug Rizak. Doug getting his very first coin of the proof pulls, and he gets a 2003 proof. 2003. And this, boys and girls, is how it's done. Sit back, grab yourself some popcorn, a little drink or something, and just enjoy the show. Parviz now. Parviz comes up next, and Parviz will get a 2005 proof. 2005. Next up, Mr. Fletcher, Jim Fletcher. Back to Jim Fletcher again here. Now we got a 1969 as proof, and these have not been checked for those double die reverses like the one that was sold at auction yesterday. So Decent chance you could possibly end up with something like that. Here's a Malcolm. Now next comes Malcolm. Malcolm will draw 1964. For those of you who haven't been yet involved in this or don't remember the last times we've done this, there are proofs all the way back to 1953 in this box. So someone will get proof coins all the way back to 1953 for their $2 investment. Here's a 2003 proof, 2003. AJ went to get Philly cheesesteaks. He should be watching his heart. Should be watching his ticker. Ted Evans comes next. Ted Evans with a 1977 proof, 1977. Here's one for Rithy. Rithy Yorth. And Rithy gets 1964. It's a beautiful 64 proof with a satiny finish on it. It was priced at $10. That's a little bit outside of the norm. I would think it'd be probably a $3 coin. Here's the next one, Taco John. His old labels. Getting ready to replace those labels with new ones. In fact, I'll show you. See, look here. Watch. There we go. Taco John, brand new label. Woohoo! There we go. And Taco John will get... Oops. Next coin in the box. 1980 proof, 1980S. Proof Lincoln sent. Hello, Canadian Roll Hunter. Yes, and Taco John gets brand new labels for his poker chips. He is such a veteran, his poker chips have worn completely out. Next up, Penny Hoarder. Actually, what happened was those chip labels were probably printed at a time when the printer wasn't set to do label sheets. And it printed like on recycled paper, and the toner doesn't cook quite as well when that's the case. All right, so Penny Hoarder. Penny Hoarder, next one in the box, gets a 2011 proof, 2011. Kelly Michaud. Ooh, there's a tough one. 1986 proof. 86 is a very tough proof to get. 84, 85, 86 are all rather tough. Raymond Longy. Mr. Longy now with a 2019 proof, 2019. That's right, Doug. Worn out. Here's Kelly Ray. Kelly Ray for her first coin for the day. How about a 2006 proof? 2006. Now, that is the plastic. That's not the coin. It's got all the little scrapes and scuffs. See? It's just the way these get shook around in the box a little bit. Here we go with another one. Now, when I was using the wife's printer, it was black and white. These actually came from long before that on the old printer. Here's Malcolm. Malcolm now with a 2011 proof. Operating from China. Wow. Ted Evans. Ah, looky there. How about that? 1953 proof for Ted Evans. 1953 proof set for Ted Evans. That's a $25 item right there. That's where that one will go. I bet Ted's not even in here. Taco John. Hey, look at that. We can replace another one. How about that? I got another label right here that I can replace this label with. Take this label off the chip. Get it off of there. There we go. and get the new one on there. There we go. Taco John has another new label. And Taco John's next new label will pull him a 1970S proof. And this one's got a little toning on it. Not much, just a little bit. All right, next up, Sureg. Sureg, how about a 1972 proof? 1972S. Can I send you the old labels for memories? Yeah, sure, Taco John. That's what they look like right there. You want them? They're a little bit here. Let me lick them. I'll glue them back together for you. If I lick them, they might stick together a little bit better. I'm just joking. Stanley, Mr. Zukowski. How about a 1973S proof for Mr. Zukowski? Once again, I'm telling you, these 1973s, there's some chance you could find some of those new listed repunch mint marks. These coins have not been checked for those. They haven't been checked for anything. Just pulled them straight out of the roll, put them straight in a box, and they are now yours. Here's Sureg. Sureg for a 1980 proof. That one's a little cloudy, but it's only clouds. It's not spotted. Carl. One for Carl. Carl gets 1992. 1992. And this was the last proof that was supposed to have this wide AM reverse. Yeah, this is the last one that was supposed to have this reverse before they went to the 1993. 1993 has the close AM. Then 1994 they go back to the wide AM. So 1993 is actually a one-year reverse type, by intention anyway. Stonecutter. Stonecutter up next. And Stonecutter gets 1957. 1957 wheat cent proof. I like the wheat design in proof. It's really cool. All right. Let's see. Take one of my foam pieces out there. Richard. Mr. Richard. Hello, it's me, Brian. 1990S. Proof. 1990S. Do I know it's me, Brian? Here's Rithy. Rithy Earth again. 1973. The 1973 Stonecutter isn't on this one. You got 5 of them, Stonecutter. I don't blame you for not remembering. Hey, here's another Taco John we can replace. Let me go ahead and do that now. I wait for these to come out. I could probably do this at the end of the whole thing, but I like to be right now about things. And right now is the best way to be, especially since we got a minute. There we go. Taco John, brand new label. Brand new label and a brand new coin, a 1981S proof. 1981S proof. Hello, Mr. Hampton. I do know you. It's me, Brian. Which It's Me, Brian, is it? Parvez. Parvez 1971S. It's a 71S in a 1970S holder. I have to change that real quick because I don't want you to think it's a 70S and not even look. It's a 71S. There we go. Now it's in there as a 1971S proof. That's for Parvez. There are a couple of more into the other side, so I have some more room to stuff coins. There we go. You got some coins from me? Well, I appreciate that, Brian. I have a lot of Brians that I know. A couple of them are friends of mine. Doug Rizak, 2011S. Notice how I got the name right. His name is not Doug Riza, as his YouTube name will say. He didn't get the C in on the end of his name there. I remember you, Brian. I do. North Carolina guy. We need to meet up sometime. I live in North Carolina. Here's a 69S for Rithy. 1969S proof. Robin, I can be sure to contact you about the next one. Anybody else who wants to be sure to be on an email list for the next proof pull, let me know. I'll get you in on it. If you did not happen to get in on this one and you are in the audience right now and you want to get in on the next one, be sure to let me know now. I'll get you on the list so I can send you an email. Here's a 1973 proof. This one's for Mr. Fletcher. Anybody who wants to get in on the next one of these. Kelly feels sleep deprived. Kelly, if you're sleep deprived when I come down to Champions Gate to pick you up to go to the show, you can sleep in the car on the way if you want. Here's 1993. Just if I run off the road, it's not my fault you were sleeping and couldn't tell me that I was driving off the side of the road. Hey, look at this. There's a $10 bonus. $10 bonus will go to... Who does it go to? Parvis. Parvis gets a $10 off a purchase with Copper Coins Auctions or on LincolnCent.com, the website. Congratulations, Parvis. Now Parvis is going to get a coin. I put a coin with it. And a 2006 proof. 2006 for Parvis. Well, if you're relaxed enough, you may not even get injured. So, we'll see how that works out. Oh, Carl, you don't go fast enough on I-4 to even bother with the rumble strips. I-4, you're usually not going over about 5 miles an hour. All right, Grouse the Ghoul, I'll get you in on there too. Carl. I'll get you in on there. Make sure that you guys are all going to get into a list. Malcolm. Paul. I'm building a list of the people who I am going to email next time I have the notion to do a proof pull. So that way I can get you guys to respond and let me know that you do want in on it. I'll put Kelly Ray on the list because I know she wants to. Wanda, I'll get on the list because I know she wants in on it. Okay. Okay, we got Stanley's name out there. Let's see what kind of a coin he gets. How about a 1978 proof? 1978S proof of Lincoln Cents. Yes, Parvis, I got you on the list. Got you on there. And Doug. I'm kind of wondering more about the people who I missed out on this time for one reason or another, like Mike Birchman. There's Kelly Ray. Let's see what Kelly Ray gets. How about 1999? Has not been checked for the close AM reverse. So Make sure you watch that carefully. Here's Sureg again. Sureg is up now with a 69S. Could have a double die reverse there. Never know. Let's see who's next. Parviz again. Here's Parviz. Parviz now with a 1962. 1962 proof. Lincoln cent. Those are riddled with double dies, obverse and reverse. We're going to end up having to have a week's long project to get all those listed at some point. Here's a 2012 for Ted. 2012 for Ted Evans. Next up, Malcolm. And Malcolm, it's a 1985. 1985. You're building a set of proofs. 1985 is one of the surprises that's kind of difficult to find. 2012 is another one. Very difficult year. You have a 1998 wide that's not a proof. 2005 for Gulf Coast. That's actually kind of tough to get. Kelly Ray, congrats on that. Here's Ted Evans again. Ted Evans with a 2003. 2003 proof. Hope everybody's keeping track of their own name and the number that they've had come up, because somebody is in this black bag right here. I don't know who it is, but whoever it is going to end up with a $20 certificate to my auctions bonus. A bonus that will go to Stanley. Stanley's pulled a couple of bonuses from us in the past here. I'm going to ditch that coin because it's got a nasty spot on it. I don't want him to get a nasty spot. There's a 1988 and a 1997. 1988 and a 1997. Both are pretty nice proofs. They'll go to Stanley. Congratulations, Mr. Stanley. Got yourself an extra coin out of the pool. That's right. You get to watch your name go by, and when you have a name left and you haven't had it pulled, well, it could be in that black bag up there for a $20 spot. Give you $20 toward purchases. Here's a 68S with a little bit of toning on it. It's got a small spot, but it'll be okay. There's one for Kelly. That's Kelly Michaud, not Kelly Ray. Here's Penny Hoarder. Penny Hoarder comes up next with a 2015. S 2015. And next up is Malcolm. Malcolm gets a 1970S proof. 1970S. Found a 1998 wide and change, but the coin was all beat up. Icky. I prefer for them to be in better shape, you know. There's a 1997. 1997 for Rithy Yorth. And up next, well, looky there. That one is in definite need of replacement. Hey, Taco John and Crispy. Crispy's not in on this pull, so I'll replace his chips later. But I wanted to get Taco John's done while I'm going through these, because I printed up a sheet today. I got Taco John in on it. There we go. Taco John is up with a 82, 1982. There's the 8th variety of 1982 Lincoln cent right there. A lot of people forget that the proof is a part of the set. You got the 7 circulated ones and then the 1982. Let's see. Penny Hoarder. Penny Hoarder comes up next. And Penny Hoarder gets a 2007. 2007 proof. Taco John is an old timer. Gulf Coast. Gulf Coast gets 2003. 2003 proof for Gulf Coast. Next up, well, Jim Fletcher comes back for another coin. How about a 1977 for Jim Fletcher, 1977 S proof. Kelly Michaud, 1975. 1975. Interesting that 1975 proof cents are actually kind of difficult to come by. The reason it's interesting is because, well, these were packaged with 1976 quarters, half dollars, and dollar coins, as well as the there weren't actually any 1975 quarters, dollars, and halves. So they put bicentennials in the 1975 set, and the Lincoln cents in the 1975 set are actually a little difficult to come by. So 1962 for Rithy. Hello, Detox Danny. Goodbye, Brian. Come back anytime, brother. Malcolm comes up next with a 2003. 2003 from Malcolm. Now Sureg comes back again with 1971. 1971 proof. Some repunchment marks in that year to be watching for. Here's one for Carl. Carl now. 1980. Oh, that's ugly. Hey, never mind. Not that one. How about this one? What's this? 1976. That one's okay. It's a 1976. Detox Denny, the Continental Currency 1776 are generally always going to be fantasy pieces that were put out with a set of remake coins that were designed to teach people what coinage looked like when our country started. They don't have much, if any, value. They're usually not made of any precious metal or any better metal. They're usually made of kind of pot metal. But they are to be enjoyed and not necessarily invested in because there's not really any value in them. The Continental Currency 1776 can also be paper money, and the paper money was printed on a stiffer board material, slightly like a cardboard almost, chipboard. And those are quite scarce as well and valuable. 1961 for Richard, and most of them are fantasy pieces and have no value. Well, look at that. Here's Richard again. Richard again, this time with a 1960 proof. 1960. Coming up next, we have a bonus. And the bonus will go to... yes, if it's the actual paper currency, yes. Ben Franklin designed and printed many of them. There's Penny Hoarder. Penny Hoarder is going to get a 1989 and a 1985. A couple of good ones for Penny Hoarder. Up next, Parvez again. What does Parvez get? How about 2001? 2001 proof. Yeah, Ben Franklin was a printer by trade, and he was from Philadelphia, and his print shop was in Philadelphia. And Philadelphia was the first capital of the United States. And 2002 for Kelly. 2002 there. A large bill with some kind of big black bird on it. Is it old? If it's real, it is a 1899 $1 silver certificate called the Black Eagle. In decent condition, they're worth now between $20 and $40, maybe $50 a piece. If you get it in nice condition, they can be worth up to a couple of $100. So here's for Richard. Gets a 1971. black bird. The big black bird bit the big black bear and made the big black bear bleed blue blood. 2011 for Raymond. Rithy now. Rithy up next for a 1962. 1962 proof. It's probably worth about $100. I'm close to it, Kelly Ray. Could be worth more than that if it's really nice. There's Raymond for a 1969 proof, 1969S proof. Could be one of the double die reverses, so make sure you check that. There's also a repunch mint marker too, I believe, for 1969. So make sure you're watching that too. Pewter. Pewter is pot metal. Pewter is a mixture of, I believe, what is it, tin and copper? Tin and zinc and copper? I can't remember. But pewter is it's also called, I believe, German silver, but it is not a precious metal. It is a base metal. 1976 for Carl. It's an ugly coin. I'm going to skip it. Let's move on to the next one. Carl will get a 1981. 1981 proof for Carl. Yeah, Detox Danny, they probably came out of one of those commemorative like sets of fantasy coins that you can get at national parks and other places that just show you what the history of United States coinage actually looks like. They weren't intended to be a collectible piece that would have value. They're just intended to be a visual aid to show you what our country used to spend for money. That was Sureg with a 2004. Richard Sappington. It's a 2011. S 2011 for Richard. The D mint mark on all of the 1982 Lincolns are the same size. They're all relatively small compared to the 83. There's a Paul Hampton coin. Paul Hampton for 1973. That's an ugly one. I'm going to pull that out. Don't like that. How about a 1980 for Paul? 1980S. Raymond Lungi now. Raymond, 1982. 1982 proof. Sureg, I will make sure that you are on the list. You will be able to respond through email to let me know that you want in. Mr. Sappington. Mr. Richard, 2005. 2005 proof for Richard Sappington. Ted Evans. Well, there's another name I need to redo the labels for. Ted Evans gets a 1981 proof. 1981. The small date is actually a different size date digits, but the mint mark would be the same on all of them. The small date is actually a different appearing date than the large date. I have a video on my channel about that. You can go search 1982 on the Copper Coins channel. It'll bring up a video that explains all of that to you. Rithy comes up next. And a 2007 proof. That line on there is actually not on the coin, I don't believe. Let me check this real quick. Actually, it is on the coin, so that coin gets pulled. Let's try a different one. How about a 1994? 1994 for Rithy. Yeah, and if you're Gary Drayden from the Curse of Oak Island show, you will pronounce pewter as pua. It's so funny listening to him say it. That's made of pua. 2004 for Sir Egg. Well, let's say it all together. 1, 2, 3, pua. Sissy up next. Sissy. How about a 1982 for Sissy? This is a large date. All of the proofs are large date. If there is a small date copper, then couldn't we say that there is? Yes, except it's an error. I mean, there's also 1975 pennies minted 50% off center, but they're not intended to be that way, so it's not a regular issue. It's an error. Oof. He's 1980 proofs. So what is going on with those things? Let's do this. 2000. 2000 proof for Paul Hampton. I don't know. Is Sissy here? Last time I saw Sissy was traveling through California, I think. Way out on the left coast. Rithy Yorth again. 1963. Don't forget, everybody. I got to make it down to the end of the list before we reveal who is in the bag with a $20 certificate. Kelly Ray. Kelly Ray now. Kelly Ray with a 1971 S. 1971. Make more room. You've been going through withdrawals. I'm sorry. Malcolm, I'm sorry. I don't mean to put anybody through any pain. That's for sure. We'll work on that. Stanley? Stanley is up next. And my camera is not live anymore for some reason. 1996. 1996 for Stanley. I promise I'm pulling the next one right out of the box. Actually, my camera is live again, so it must have just went through a brain space or something. 2002 here. For Parvis. Detox Denny is not 1910, it's 1909. And the reason there are 1909s of both Indians and Lincolns is because at the beginning of 1909, all they made was Indian head cents. They didn't start making Lincoln cents until August 2nd, 1909. That was because the approval process of getting the Lincoln cent design ready was a little longer than they had expected. So they just minted 1909 Lincolns or Indians up until August, and then in August they started minting Lincolns. So there are 1909s of both types for that reason. Let's see what's next here. Mr. Evans. If you're from South Africa, you pronounce that Evans. Ted Evans. It's a 2013. 2013 for Ted Evans. Your suggestion? Just having a chat session and teaching with questions on pennies. Yeah, I could do that. I could probably do that. Stanley, how about 2015? 2015 for Stanley. I think we could probably arrange something. Kelly Ray, I think. There's another one for Raymond. Raymond back up again, gets a 1961 this time. 1961. Really nice looking proof. 1915 little bitty goldish coins, small. Those would be the 1915 Panama Pacific coins. $1 gold coins. They were issued in rather small quantity during the Panama Pacific Exposition near San Diego in California. Oh, that was 2006 for Rithy Yorth. You can make me laugh. I'm sure you can. Here's another Raymond coin. Just 2 coins. Separate them. And what is this one? How about an 87? 1987. That's a tough one. Parvis, don't tell stories. You do know something. I bet if I ask you a question or two, you'd probably be able to answer them. There's a nice 1969 proof for Jim Fletcher. 69. Now see that mint mark? You barely see the mint mark. It's really, really light. All right, Sissy, back to Sissy again. And Sissy gets a 1970 S proof. Oh, my hand is barely moving over there. That's weird. The camera is overloaded or something. Detox Denny, I would appreciate if you didn't try to sell things during my broadcast. Thank you. 2019 S. 2019 S. Oops. That's for Gulf Coast. I have to dump out some more coins here. I'm getting full. Full. There we go. Knock out one of these space makers here. All right, next up. Well, Raymond comes back again. What am I doing? Pulling all the Raymonds. I quit picking on Raymond so much. 1992. 1992 proof for Raymond. And now, Stanley. Stanley for 2007. 2007 S for Stanley. Detox Denny, the copper and the bronze are actually really the same thing. The metal that those coins are actually made of is called French bronze. It's 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc. And the likelihood that you have one, much less both, in genuine form, that'd be probably one in a few million. A few 100 million, actually. Now that's weird. This is not a proof coin at all. How about that? So we're going to pull that out of the way. Not a proof. Haha! Gulf Coast gets lucky on that one. Draws a 1956 proof. 1956, beautiful proof. Here we go. Very nice looking proof coin. Paul, if you're going to eat what I ate, it's going to be a chicken sandwich and veggie straws. Yeah. Real exciting. Miss Atwell. Miss Sissy gets a 1980 S proof. 1980. Oh, Paul was asking what Kelly Ray is eating. That would be a cheesesteak, Philly cheesesteak. Here's a coin for Kelly Ray, but she's not even going to be watching because she's stuffing her face. 1971. 1971. Is this a nice coin or is it? Yeah, it's a nice coin. Nothing wrong with it. When do they slap the SSSS on the proofs? Are we talking about the mint mark? The mint mark would be placed into the die by hand up until 1985 by hand with a punch. which is why you can still have repunch mint marks up until 1985. Starting 1985, that was the first year that they actually experimented with the idea of placing the mint mark directly into the master and creating the working hub and working dies with the mint mark already in it. So yes, the S is the San Francisco mint mark. All the coins were minted in San Francisco. And the dies would be created in Philadelphia. And they would punch the S mint mark into the dies in Philadelphia before they were shipped to San Francisco. Here's Malcolm. Malcolm now, 1998. 1998. Watch that one for the close AM. It's supposed to be the wide AM design. If you get the close AM design, you have yourself a very scarce coin. Oh, Doug. Okay, I get it. You're asking when did they start placing the S mint mark on the proof coins? Proof coins were not made with an S mint mark throughout the history of United States coinage, all the way back to the early 1800s when they started making proofs, until 1968. 1968 was the first year they actually made proofs in San Francisco. 1964 would have been the last year they made proofs before 1968. 65, 66, and 67, they made what they called, I got a coin out without a name. How about a name? Richard gets the 1999. I'm getting ahead of myself because I'm talking. And I don't talk and chew gum at the same time. But yes, all of the coins from 1964 and before that are made in proof form for the United States proof sets were from Philadelphia. Starting in, Penny Hoarder, 2001. Starting in 1968, they replaced the S mint mark into the coins because they were minted in San Francisco. Raymond again. Boy, Raymond's either getting a lot of coins or he's running out of spots. One or the other or both. 69S for Raymond. Richard? Didn't we just pull a coin for Richard just a couple minutes ago? How about a 2013? 2013 for Richard. Next up, here's Raymond again. This is the Raymond and Richard Show. Welcome, everyone. 2015. 2015 for Raymond. Any newbie question is welcome, especially the ones I understand. All right, let's replace this Taco John label while we're doing Taco John's labels. This gives everybody a little intermission to take a sip of coffee, right? Or for Kelly Ray to take another bite of her sandwich. Hello, AJ. All right, here's Taco John. And Taco John gets 1993. 1993 S proof. Parvis, when you've been doing this kind of stuff as long as I have, it's kind of like it's kind of like just information that gets ground into your head over a lengthy period of time, and it's pretty easy to spit it back out once you've been doing it for so long. Here's a 1962 now, 1962 proof for Raymond Lungi. Here's Carl. Carl up now. 1968, the first year of the S mint proofs. 1968. Nothing special for value on those. Well, here's Carl again. It's just that 1968 happens to be that year. They also returned to minting Lincoln cents. See, here's 64. There's the year previous of a proof. That one does not have a mint mark because they were made in Philadelphia. There's Carl with both sides. of that equation. All right, up next. AJ said, hello, Chuck. Thank you, AJ. Here's another Taco John. Another Taco John. We're going to go ahead and pull the label off of this one. Get Taco John a new label. I know how many spots Taco John has left because I know how many new labels I've got. And it's going to be -1 because I put one away with an old label. Oh, I got a coin out for Taco John. Well, here's a 64 proof. 64 proof for Taco John. Lots of double dies in the 64 proofs. Yeah, Taco John had 10 to start with. That's correct. I know how many you got left, brother. Stonecutter. Stonecutter gets the last coin in this box. 1970S proof. 1970S. All right, drawing out of my other magic box. This one here. I'm going to draw out of this box, but they're going to go in the other box until it is full. And Kelly Ray. Kelly Ray is going to get this next coin. It's 1997. 1997 proof. Oh, Sand Digger. We're doing pretty good. No, you don't have 10 left, sir. Taco John hasn't been counting. Taco John has 3 left. Penny Hoarder. Penny Hoarder now. 2012 for Penny Hoarder. That's a tough year right there. That's a very tough year. 2012. Those go for over $150 a roll now for people who buy them by the roll. Very tough to get. 2012 proof sets were way under minted. I think the world of Mr. AJ, actually. But don't tell him that. It might go to his head. Might swell him up a bit. All right, Kelly Michaud. Kelly Michaud with a 2017 S. You wait till I get a chance to come back and visit Mr. AJ. Sand Digger, do you want me to put you on the list so that you will get an email next time I'm going to do a proof pull? Paul didn't tell me you have a bib on. Okay, well, if it works. That has a speck of dust on the outside of the holder. So there's Doug with a 1980 proof. 1980. Now next, Malcolm. Malcolm gets 1986. One of the tough years. Wanda says me, but I already put Wanda on the list because I know Wanda wants in on the list. Come on. Don't be persnickety on me, box. Okay, I'll get Sand Digger in on an email list next time I have a proof pull. You will be informed. 2001S proof. I'll let you guys know a couple of days ahead of time. You can respond to the email and let me know how many you want. And I'll get you on the list. I don't have to necessarily have you at the show to get on the list because it's not a limited list. Ted Evans. Ted Evans gets a 2015, and he's also in need of replacement of his labels. We'll get that done next time around. And Stanley, 1982. Ooh, this is ugly. Okay, Stanley, I'm not going to give you this one. That one's kind of icky. We will put that aside. You'll get a 1963. A lot nicer coin. A lot nicer. Okay, let me get Mr. Sand Digger on the list. That's only a list of 11 people. I can do that, Parvis. Ted Evans. Ted Evans again. Ted Evans comes in with a 1975. 1975. And next up, we got a pile back here in the very back. Back here in the very back. Here we go. All right, Stanley. Stanley is up again. Hello, Daryl. Are you Bigfoot, Daryl? She said progressive commercial. Well, as everybody wants to save on their insurance, Bigfoot. What? What'd you call me? Well, Bigfoot. But my name's Daryl. My brother's name is Daryl. I pick on him. Kelly Ray. There's my brother Daryl. Kelly Ray gets a 2002. 2002 for Kelly Ray. In fact, Daryl just texted me after I got on this broadcast. He texts me about 2 or 3 times a week. We catch up. Here's Sureg, 1976 for Sureg. 1976. Kelly Michaud. Yeah, see, that's something to know about me when you come around, is that I have a brother. My brother's name is Daryl. My brother Daryl and I met 4 years ago. That's right. Never knew each other before then. He was put up for adoption when he was born. I never knew about him until just a few years ago. Parviz. No, Kelly Ray's not Daryl. I've had dinner with Kelly Ray. She smells too good to be a Daryl. Parviz. It's a 1980. If that is a duplicate Parviz, I will make sure to pull that. That's right. $1971 for Stanley. Yep, Daryl and I have been working on getting to know each other. We actually spent a few days with each other at a cabin in the middle of the mountains in Arkansas back during the summertime. Had a great time. I didn't like that one. 1981. It was an ugly 1976 with a spot on it. But my brother Daryl spells it the same way as the Daryl who's visiting us right now. Darrell. And then I have a cousin named Darren. That's Darren. I told my mother my name should have been Derek. Daryl, Darren, and Derek. Stonecutter. 1980 now. 1980 proof for Stonecutter. Either that or my name should be Larry. Hi, my name's Larry. That's my brother Daryl and my cousin Daryl. Carl. 1999. Carl gets to play the Is This the Error game when he gets his 1999. Or Duck instead of Chuck. Hey, Daryl, Duck. What? 2005. 2005 for Stonecutter. Now Penny Hoarder again. Mr. Penny Hoarder gets a 1994. Penny Hoarder, if you're listening, you need to let me know if you're going to be coming to the fun show in January. Meet up with us and have the opportunity to do some dinner or something. All right, Taco John up again. And Taco John will get another new label after we give him a coin. How about a 2003? 2003, and we're going to peel his label off here. Get him a new label. There goes that one. Taco John. His old labels all up in a heap over here. Nothing but a dirty memory. There we go. Taco John. Oh, wow. 40 years after. Wow. Yeah, Daryl is a year and a half older than me. It was in 1961. 1961 proof now for Penny Hoarder. Yes, Otis, I will get your name on there. Thank you for reminding me. Here's Kelly Ray. 1997. Kelly Ray, I think you've gotten a 97 before. Do you want me to pull duplicates out of yours? Make sure I just give you singles. Life can be strange, that's for sure. Next up, Mr. Malcolm. It's a 1968 proof. It's a nice looking coin too. It's got that color that you see is actually on the coin. It's actually a pretty coin. I like it. Ooh, look at that. Man. Yeah, Malcolm got some color. Nice color. Well, sons should look like their fathers. I don't know. For some reason, Daryl and I I don't think we actually favor each other in looks. At least I hope we don't. And I'm not going to elaborate on that. There's Sissy with a 1971. And Sissy, you can also let me know if you would like me to pull any duplicates away from yours. I'm going to have to make more box room here. Get this box out of the way. And I got to get an empty box here. Here we go. An empty box. Let me just put these in here. Nah, I'll just keep drawing. There we go. I'll just keep drawing. Here's Sissy again. And Sissy this time will get, 1958. Last year of the wheat cents. Last year, right here. 1958 proof. That goes to Sissy. We have similarities that are funny. Yeah, it was one of the first questions he actually asked me when we got on the phone for the first time. It was very strange. But he asked me, do your pinky toes, your toenails, do they go straight up? And I said, yeah. He said, okay, that's where I get it. What? Yeah, our pinky toenails, they go straight up. When they grow, they poke straight up. Have to cut them off. He was wondering where that little trait came from. I said, it comes from your mom. Here we go, a 61 for Mr. Fletcher. And another Taco John. See, this is why I needed to replace these. Because Taco John's chips are, they're kind of worn out. Taco John's chips need replacing. Thought about that this afternoon when I had to create new ones. I created new ones for Doug. But, well, I know that Taco John and Crispy need theirs redone. So I redid those. I didn't remember that I had handwritten Stanley's and needed to redo those too. So I'll get those redone. Here's a 1962 proof. This one's a really nice orangish red, really nice color. One left, Taco John thinks. Taco John is correct. Taco John has one left. Is Taco John in the black bag? We may not know until the very end. Carl up next with the 1972 proof. 1972 for Carl. Doing a count for Taco. All right. Here's Paul. Paul Hampton now with the 2017. Nice bright 2017 for you. I don't know. Somebody's got $20 waiting for him. It's right here. Right there. Parva's up next. Parva's 1978. 78 proof. If you guys end up getting any hair or like dog hairs or anything like that in with your coins, don't tell me about it, and I won't charge you extra. You had 10, Kelly Ray. What did Kelly miss? Don't tell him. Don't tell him. He won't know until he gets his package. Yeah, Kelly, you're funny. Kelly Ray, 10. 1969. Yes, 1969 for Ted. What else we got in here? Well, there's Kelly Ray again. Does Kelly Ray know how many she has out already? 2012 for Kelly Ray. That's a tough one right there. It's a tough year. 2012 is actually tough for all the different proof coins. Any of them that you get in proof are tough. Rithy Earth, 2002. 2002 for Rithy Earth. I don't know, Kelly Ray. I don't know if there's enough in here that you would have 5 left. Well, here's another one for Parvas. Let's see what Mr. Nawab gets. 1998. 1998. You get to play the game, Parvas. You have to look at the back of it. And if the A and the M have a space between them, they're normal. If they're touching, you have a valuable coin. Kelly Ray, if she had 5, now she has 4. $69S for Kelly Ray. Possible double die reverse right there. Mr. Fletcher up next. Who's still in? Anybody know if they're still in? Other than Kelly Ray, who thinks she has 4 left. There's a 73S for Mr. Fletcher. There's a $20 chip in here, Kelly, Michaud. $20 chip, and it could have your name in there with it. The very first chip I pulled out went inside this black bag. Nobody knows, including myself, whose name is on that chip. Sissy. Miss Atwell gets a 1986. Paul. Mr. Hampton. 1957 wheat cent proof. 1957 wheat cent proof. That's for Mr. Hampton. Oh, what do we got there? Nobody's won it yet, Parvas. We got to wait till the very end. It's going to come out of here. All right. Well, we got to figure out who belongs to this, right? Oh, it's Sissy. Sissy belongs to the $10, and her coin is a 1985. She's getting a bunch of 80s. 80s are actually tough to find. So there's that for Miss Atwell. Next up, Stanley. '77, 1977. Kelly Michaud. First one he's actually going to see that he gets. And this one's a 1967 special mint set coin. 1967 special mint set. Made special mint sets in 1965, 66, and 1967. They weren't actually considered proof coins, but they are the same thing as proof coins. And next, Ted Evans. Mr. French, you didn't get in on this one. 1961 for Mr. Evans. Let me put you on the list, Mr. French, so you'll get an email when I decide to do the next one. That way you can answer me back and let me know if you want in. Here's Stone Cutter. Stone Cutter gets a 1968 proof. My birth year. Some double dies in those, too. Who, me? Inventory? Yeah. I cornered the market on proof coins a long time ago. Kelly Michaud, 1988. Another one of the slightly tougher years, 1988. That was the first year I actually bought a bunch of proof sets. I bought a case of proof sets from the Mint in 1988. I immediately regretted it because I was an airman in the Air Force at the time and I couldn't afford it. Paul gets a 69 proof. All right, Mr. French, I'll get you on the list. I got him on the list. Kelly Michaud, you want me to put you on the list? That way you will know when I have a proof pull coming up. Now, it's only a hoard sand digger if you don't put it in any kind of order and you don't intend on getting rid of it. You don't intend on selling it. This is inventory, boys and girls, inventory. Stuff that you resell. That's for Mr. Fletcher. Now, see, this is kind of more of a fun thing to do than it is a moneymaker thing because I charge $2 a piece for these proof coins. But with the $10 chips, the $20 stuff, the proof, the tougher proof years and the proof wheat cents I put in these, well, we turn up with and these bonuses where I'm giving 2 coins for a $2 pull. And this one will be Malcolm. Malcolm gets 2 coins. I don't really make a ton of money on this stuff. It's more fun, just something fun to do. 2004 and 1982. 2004 and a 1982 for Malcolm. What did I do with the case of proof? I ended up selling those proof sets. I sold them for, I don't know, maybe $1 over what I paid for them. There wasn't any profit involved in them. JM, I'm going to get you on the list. Got JM on the list. And let's see if I've got anybody else who has requested that I put them on the list. Otis, I got you on there. Kelly Michaud, I got you on there now. Let's see. Nobody else for now. Okay. 68 degrees there tonight, huh? Well, it's 72 inside my room here, but I think it's more like 50 outside. Doug, if that's your last one, I hate to burst your bubble, brother. I can't always have what we want, right? 1995. 95 us. That's one of the tougher years to get in the 90s. 96 is actually the hardest one. All right, next up. Hoo-hoo! Another bonus. Another bonus. I have to have sound effects. I need to make sound effects. What do you know, Sissy? Sissy gets 2. 1, 2. How about 1980 and 1960? 1960, 1980. 20 years off of one another. Chuck Nickel once on the list. Yes, sir. I will put you on the list. That way you will know when I have another proof pull coming up. Got you on there. All right. Well, Sureg comes up now. Sureg with a 1993. How many do we have left in here? Oh, I still have close to 10, I think. Something like that. All right, next up. Mr. Hampton. Paul. 2000. 2000 year proof. Y2K. Up next, Mr. Penny Hoarder. 1989. 1989. Check my shoes. My shoes. I'm not wearing any shoes. I went for a walk through the neighborhood this afternoon. People looking at me like I'm weird. And then they realize, we're in North Carolina. You're not supposed to wear shoes in North Carolina. Sissy, 2015. 2015 back for Sissy. Rouse wants dibs on unclaimed stuff. This isn't the government, bro. I wish it was sometimes, but Richard... Sorry to pop your bubble, brother. 1996 gets one of the nicer 1990s issues. It's for Richard, Mr. Sappington. Oh, not me. Sissy, okay. I get it. Carl. Carl with a 2002. 2002 proof for Carl. Next up, well, Sissy again. Boy, Sissy was doing really well there for a while, and now she's got her name coming out right and left. Here's a 1980 for Sissy. I know she's already got a 1980. Sissy will have to let me know if she wants the duplicates pulled out of her stack. I can pull duplicates out of your stacks. What's that, 31 degrees? On an island in Puget Sound. Oh, man. You don't get that cold very often, do you? Kelly Michaud, 2013 now. 2013. Yes, I do, Richard. I do. It's P.O. Box something, Pueblo, Colorado. I remember that. That came on, like, right before Conjunction Junction, right? Saturday morning on the cartoons. Gulf Coast here. Gulf Coast with a 2015. 2015. Who's still in? Does anybody know? Anybody know if you're still in? Because we've got 1, 2. We got 3 left. Yeah, we got a grand total of 3 left. I got 2 of them in the bag and 1 right here. Out of the bag, Kelly Michaud. Kelly with a 1969 proof. Check that double die reverse there. Could be a double die reverse. Gulf Coast thinks he may have 1 left. Well, it could be you, because out of the bag is Jim Fletcher. The only name left is inside the black bag. It's 2011 for Jim. All right, we're going to pull the coin that this person is going to receive first. It's going to be this 1969 proof. So you're going to get a 1969 proof. And I'm going to peek in here. And Okay, here's my bonus. Nope, that's not my bonus. It's the $20 bonus, and it goes to Doug is right. It's Doug Rizak. Congrats, Doug. My good sir, you are our grand prize winner. 69 number 4. Oh, there's a lot of 69S proofs in my stuff. I got a lot of them. But Doug is our winner for the night. Congrats to Doug. I will put his coin and his chip right in here. I'll get those chips recorded, the ones that have the prize money, and you can use them anytime you wish. Just let me know. And I will put automatic discounts for you. If you don't remember to use it, I will put an automatic discount on your invoice next time you buy something. And that is the Proof Pull Show. So, I have proof pulls coming up. The next proof pull I'm going to do is going to be a nickel proof pull. It's going to be proof nickels. Let me know if you want to get in on that list to be sure that you're going to get an acknowledgement or a forward message before the proof pull is sold out, so that you can be sure to get in on the list. I have a list of names here. Robin M., Grouse, Carl, Malcolm, Paul, Kelly Ray, Wanda, Parvis, Doug, Sureg, Sandigger, Otis, Mr. French, Kelly, J.M., and Chuck Nickel are on that list. And Mr. Sappington, I will get you on there for sure. That way you will be sure to get an email prior to the show where I will sell these. Grouse is in on there. Stonecutter needs in. Let's see, I need to get you in there. And Stanley. Thank you, Robin. I appreciate you coming this evening. Oh, do I have 4,000 subscribers now? Well, thank you, Taco John. I appreciate that. I did not know I had 4,000 subscribers. Shows how often I look. Let's see. Uh-oh. Captain Morgan Dollar, you want me to put you... We're not buying anything tonight, brother. But I can put you on the list for the next time I do a proof pull, and I can get you an email prior to selling the proof pulls. That way you will know it's upcoming, and you can respond to that email and let me know that you want in. That way I can make sure to get you in on that next proof pull if you want. I've got your chips done. I know you've got chips. Hey, Kelly Ray, she took a break from her sandwich. Okay, Cat Morgan Dollar, I will make sure and send you an email ahead of time. That way you'll know that we've got the proof pull coming up so you can get in on it prior to the public announcement. And I guess that's all. All right. I appreciate it, folks. Thank you for being here. Thank you for spending the evening with me. And this will be it for the show for the evening. So I will see you at the auction Wednesday. Got an auction coming up day after tomorrow. I already have about half the stuff ready for it. It's going to be a nice auction. So be there or be square. 7 p.m. Eastern Time Wednesday right here on the Copper Coins channel. And I will... Yes, Sir Egg, I'll do that for you. Kelly has a broken sandwich, that's correct. And I will see you guys later. I appreciate it. Have a great one.